Big sis.
Yes.
I want to get the hard questions out of the way first.
Okay.
So you've given me the wonderful honor of interviewing you.
Well, thank you.
And like obviously we've done this a little bit before.
Yes.
But, you know, be nice to check in, see some of the updates, see what changed,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, sounds
and
good.
See your opinions on things.
Okay.
To get started,
Sure.
My first question. Apple or Android?
Really? Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. You're gonna get me killed. Oh my God. All the help.
Oh my God.
Goodness. I gotta say Android. I have to say Android. And thank you for going on the journey with me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's talk about this journey. Let's discuss it because you have that short and people don't realize how much of an experience and how much of a process and how many tutorials that you were really going.
Right.
How much of a process it was for you. So let's dig into that a little bit.
I got a MacBook Pro. So getting the iPhone, it makes sense, but in the comments below, let me know if you ever in with an S Pen. I got a MacBook Pro. So getting the iPhone, it makes sense, but in the comments below, yeah, watching tutorials after tutorials, no doubt both phones are a window.
Yes, let's talk about it. Okay. I was shooting on with 720p phone. I've always had Android. I mean, I tried Apple. I tried it before.
Yeah.
But
that was like early. That was like 3 or 4.
Yeah. I think I was just caught up in the hype. Like, you know, honestly, I was just caught up in the hype. And I just wanted an Apple. But I just wasn't satisfied with it. I always felt like I was missing out on something. So I went back to Android. And I don't know, it's just like my I don't want to say comfort zone, but it pretty much does everything that I wanted to do and more. So, like, Android is where it's at. Now, the biggest thing that had me kind of like up in the air was I was feeling like, because I have a MacBook, I just like had to, you know, I had to have like an Apple. Like I thought I would miss out on something. But I did a lot of research. Oh my God, I did so much research. I watched so many tutorials. Oh my God. I had both phones.
You had 3 phones.
100% 3 phones. And it was a disaster trying to keep them in my purse, my pocket. I didn't know what to do. You know, after like a lot of research, what it narrowed down to was I was still going to be, you know, scaling up a bit because I was going from the 720p. And also, you know, it was the time when I had the Apple and I didn't have the Android, and all I thought about was the Android. And when I had the Android, I didn't think about the Apple. So I think that's what kind of made the decision for me. So I got a MacBook Pro.
The iPhone,
in the comments below.
The iPhone made sense. It made sense.
Yeah,
it made sense. That's probably one of my. That's one of the most real.
Yeah.
You know, the most realistic.
I don't know. It was crazy. But we finally
we got there.
We're live right now, or we're coming to you from Androids.
Yes.
So
yes,
there it is. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so how long? We've been on YouTube for a little bit now.
Yes.
Okay, so during that time, what are some challenges that you have overcome that you didn't necessarily predict? What have you learned over the way?
So many challenges. When you first start YouTube. You don't know. Like, for one, I never, like, editing, lighting, sound. You don't think about that stuff. You just think about, I'm going to be on camera. You know, and I just want to put out my craft. You're more focused on doing what you do as opposed to the things that surround it. You know what I mean? So I think one of the biggest hurdles for me was, you know, I started out making beats, and actually being able to make a beat that was well in key, actually be able to organize the beat, talk on the camera, believe it or not. Also, I think I would say find my own, like the sweet spot. You know, I'm still working towards that. And I don't know if you ever will necessarily find it, but I know that I feel closer to it now than I did when I started.
Define sweet spot.
Knowing that you can come in your studio or come in your creative space, and it kind of just flows for you. You're not really searching for it. You're not really trying to, sound a certain way or trying to mimic something or what have you. You're just like, it just happens, and you can take a phone call in the middle of doing what you do, and you can go right back to doing what you do. So some days I feel like I found that. Some days they just like stuff just falls in the lap. You know what I mean? Other days it's like, what am I doing here? So,
oh my God,
I gotta go home. It's like, what am I doing?
Well, this is your home, but God.
And definitely editing. Oh my God. When I first started, I was doing everything on my phone. Editing from your phone. For you guys who are editing from your phone, kudos to you. Oh my God.
It looked brutal.
It is something serious. It's definitely like, if you ever have doubt and you're editing from your phone, you are the man. You are the woman. You are doing your thing. I was introduced to editing from my computer, and it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. So now I'm like really fluent with it. And that was probably one of the biggest hurdles.
Okay. I have so many more questions that I could throw in here, but let's go with what is this process, for the last year and all the challenges and everything?
Mm-hmm.
What has it taught you about yourself, both as like a content creator and just as a person?
Well, as a content creator, it taught me that you're necessary. It taught me that you never know what people are getting from listening to you, seeing you. And it taught me that you can truly do anything you want to do. And it's okay to be you. Because when you first start out, you're unsure. You're like, it's the new thing. So you're like, oh my God, you're hearing all these sounds. You're getting pulled from this direction and that direction. And you're trying to just figure out, what am I even doing? You know what I mean? And a lot of times when you start, it's your dream, it's your passion. So you really don't have a lot of people that can say, talk about what you're trying to do. And messing up is okay.
Oh yeah.
In fact, sometimes it's the best times when you can, and especially when you can laugh about it. Like, they don't just do that. When you're laughing at yourself, you're winning all day long.
Bloopers are the best.
Bloopers galore. And as a person, it reminded me of just how much patience I have and how much determination I have.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm 100%. Like, you're not gonna beat me. Like MPC. I know that you're new.
Oh my God!
But you're not gonna beat me. Like editing, you're not gonna beat me.
You died trying to make one of those loops.
So it's just one of those things. Like, you may win today. Equipment or whatever I'm trying to tackle or complete, but I'll see you tomorrow.
Ooh.
So, yeah, one of those things.
Okay. So let's talk about your equipment a little bit, because it has, this is the second or third rendition of the studio.
Right.
It was here before, went on hiatus, and then you brought it back, and then you revamped it, and it's beautiful. Oh, it's a lovely space.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
But let's see. Since the first, creation of it,
right.
So much your equipment, what has changed? What are some of your favorite pieces? What has stuck, or what has been here? What's new? What are some things you want to bring into the space?
Right. Oh, well.
Or get out of the space,
Right.
It's like you're taking up space.
Like, it's time. Like, you've ran your course. When I first originally had it, it actually had a studio booth in it. And I like that. I like being able to kind of just close off whatever distraction or whatever was preventing me from just letting off that sound that I want to achieve or wanted to achieve. But, here lately, I can say that I appreciate more of being out in the open. It's so weird. Or it just feels, it's like a totally different, feeling for me, especially when I can kind of look around and I can see all the things that inspire me, like the quotes or, the record, or I have some records up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Nope, you can't see it. And all the things are there.
So we got some music, Common.
Yes.
What is that, the OJs?
The OJs, yes. Forever Mine. I love that song. Oh, God. A lot of inspiration. And, the lights set a vibe. The salt lamp, I never really knew much about that, but it definitely sets a vibe. It's really inspiring being out in the open and just being able to express myself. And so my latest piece of equipment is the MPC Retro. You know, I started out making beats on a computer, GarageBand and Logic and stuff like that. But I wanted to get that other experience of having the standalone option. And I think it's really cool because I can literally just like go sit out in the swing and like, or, you know, go anywhere. Like we're traveling on the road or something and I can make a beat, I can create. And it just makes me feel free, you know, no lid, you know?
Yeah.
So I really, really enjoy that. Now, something that I want to bring to the area is a larger desk, a larger work area. Sometimes it's kind of like,
a little cramped,
and you know, and just like you gotta move this, move that. Yeah, it's like, you know, okay, you know, so you know, you can't cramp up an MPC. Like it needs its space, you know. I need more space. Yeah, I definitely, that's probably the next thing that's going to come. Something that has stayed despite it all has been the color. Color purple. Guys, oh my God. I love like that color. It really inspires me. I feel happy every time I see it.
As you're dressed in purple.
And yes,
the purple notebook there.
Yes, I love purple. So that has been around. I guess the biggest thing was creating a space where I can feel inspired every time I come in here. Not even to just create, not even to come in and turn on the MPC or turn on the equipment, but just even to just sometimes come in and just sit down, you know, and just sit down, you know what I mean? And I think that actually the newest addition is my chair.
I was waiting. Where did you get this from? It is awesome. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, shout out to
it feels amazing.
To 005 Dynasty and Ghetto Styles for talking me, pretty much just telling me about the chair. I like sometimes I'll be talking to Ghetto Styles and he will be leaning back in his chair, super comfortable, engaged in this conversation, and I'm sitting up here like a straight A student. No offense, sis. Shout out to you. Big ups for graduating. I'm so excited. You are a straight A student. I'm so excited.
Oh, and thank you guys for all the love. You guys definitely been putting it out there. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yes. So I was like, how is he, like, what is he doing in his studio? And he was just telling me about, you know, the chair. So I got my little chair. I'm super excited. You guys, it's purple. I got it off of Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description. You know what I mean? So, it's important. It's important. Yeah. You definitely have to have, you know, good support.
Yeah, those straight A's, it ain't good for your back. I have like a chiropractor on speed dial. It's not okay. So you talked about Dynasty and Ghetto Styles. So if you want to discuss that a little bit, just like, you know, how you guys.
So we met. Interesting enough, we actually met through a gentleman named I Make Beats. He's on YouTube as well. And I guess to sum it up, he does a Flip the Sample Tuesday, and I think all of them were doing it together at one time. And I initially met Ghetto Styles through I Make Beats did a live video with me. And it was like a kind of like an interview thing with myself and a gentleman named Matrix Keys, who is also on YouTube. And after the, you know, like Ghetto Styles and Dynasty, they all came in the live and they showed a lot of love. And I'm the type of person that, you know, I'm going to like, thank you. I'm very appreciative. And so I'm going to make sure, you know, oh my God, thank you. And besides, I was like fresh on the press. You know, I had like maybe 40 subscribers at the time or maybe a little less. And for them to come in, well, I had 40 supporters. I like to say supporters. And for them to come in and just show that love, it was huge for me.
Yeah.
So I made sure to personally try to go around and just, you know, thank you for your time, because, y'all, we can't get time back. And I mean, that's as real as it gets. But the biggest thing with Ghetto Styles was that he reached out to me. I'll never forget this. He reached out to me initially, and he didn't know me, but he said, hey, you might want to consider putting your email address in your About tab, because just in case for, business purposes or what have you. And immediately I was like, this guy's pouring into me. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And I just remembered that. And 005 Dynasty did my logo. So, right there. So I'm forever grateful for that as well. So that's pretty much how I met him.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so taking a step back from you two, let's talk about how you got into music. And just your journey.
I was at my grandmother's house a lot, and I had the opportunity to be around my uncles and my aunties so much that I felt like I was like a sibling. I had an uncle, and he was just so cool. He was into motorcycles. He was into fast cars like Mustangs, 5.0s. He would do donuts. He was the
sounds
coolest,
about right.
Oh my God, the coolest uncle ever in life. And he used to rap. You know what I mean? He would rap. And I just thought it was so cool. There was never a time that I would see him. I could be passing him in the hallway. And I'm like, yo, Uncle Jay, do that rap, hit that rap. And it was this one rap, you guys. Oh my God. He used to do it all the time. He made it personal. I thought it was the family rap. It was an old rap by, I want to say Ron DMC. Oh my goodness. And it was 2 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to join some MC rhyme, so I said that rhyme I was about to say. The rhyme was there, but then it went this way. Here's where he made it personal.
Oh God.
I took a test to become an MC. That's when it all came up. Something to me, I can't remember. But he made it personal when he said, Erica, me, put me inside of the Cadillac. And he named all the other people in the family. Mary drove off and we never came back. So I thought it was a family rap. So I learned that rap, I retained that rap, and I took it to school. In fact, I took it to my, I used to sing it on my school bus. And it was great. I was a rapper. It was so good. Until this one day. So humiliated, you guys. I guess the song came on the radio or something. And this girl in the lunchroom line called me out in front of the whole cafeteria. It was the most embarrassing thing in life. It was so embarrassing. She was like, Erica, you didn't write that song? No. That's not your family rap? It was so embarrassing. My reputation, you know what they say. It takes 20 years to build a reputation, and it can literally be torn down in 2 seconds. I was so humiliated. I wasn't lying, you guys. I really thought it was my uncle's rap. I thought it was a family rap. But, after going through what I went through, going through the emotions, because it was literally
5 stages of grief.
Yes, it was just so bad. I decided I was going to write a rap that was good enough so that I can, I guess, rebuild my image back or just satisfy myself. And that's pretty much how I started rapping. I also had a cousin who was really good with finger drumming on the table and everything. And he kind of introduced me into that. He was just oh my God. He was my first best friend in life. So everything he did was amazing to me. And I just wanted to be, a great finger drummer like he was. And that's pretty much how it kind of pieced together. So I was making my beats on the table, and I was...
It's amazing I knew this was right here.
Oh my God, yeah. So making the beats on the table, rapping, and then it turned into playing the snare drum. And this was literally... My sister. So funny.
You wrapped them purple.
Oh my God.
It used to be black and white.
I did. Yeah. And so
marching nights.
And so this was by far one of the best Christmas gifts ever. So I have my little drum pad here, my purple sticks, right? And yeah.
This is 100% for you too.
Is that? Do you want?
That's what I was handing it for.
Okay, so you guys can just.
I mean, we're talking about finger drumming, but you can go for the sticks too.
Snares. So it was always the twirling of the sticks, and it was the drums. I guess I can play something. Always, yeah. So that was the marching band days, you guys. And that's pretty much how music started. So, and then also I definitely can't forget the fact that my grandmother was a huge inspiration. Grew up in grandma's home. for the most part. And it was never a day where she wasn't humming, and my grandfather was always whistling, or, it was always gospel music playing around the house. My mother played the piano, it was a piano in the living room. I mean, like, it's like almost like I had no choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much how music started for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what
So fun.
is the first song that you remember singing and learning? Is it the one from Uncle Junior or?
That was the first rap that I knew, but the first song had to be from Mom. Had to be. It was like, if anything, it was a church song. I know that because we definitely grew up in the church, but I can't remember exactly which one it was. Now I do remember. I used to sing a church song a lot. It was like a silver and gold, silver and gold. But that's all I remember.
What was the first song you wrote?
So the first song I wrote.
And how old were you when you did it?
Okay, so let's see. The first song that I ever wrote was called My Man, 100%. I wrote it when I was 18, because I know Mom is listening. Just kidding. I wrote it when I was 14. I remember that. And I don't know what inspired me, but...
You don't know what inspired you to write a song called My Man?
Don't get you.
There was no apple in your eye.
The first thing I ever wrote was a rap, and it was called Hard Living. I was such a gangster.
Oh.
And I don't know. Like, why was I even a gangster, y'all? What was I trying to... I was not a gangster. This is just crazy. But in my mind, I was like this hard gangster, so my raps just reflect that. I just watched TV. I don't know. It was really cool. But it was called Hard Living. And it really wasn't that hard. And let me see. I think I was 10 when I wrote Hard Living. So those were the first two creations, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, and I still have them written down today, so in my little book of creations.
Any chance of getting a little sample of those? Or?
Sure. Oh my gosh, the Hard Living kill me right now. Oh my god. So my first freaking rap, you guys, ever is so. It was my first rap. Hard Living. Stop. Why don't ask me so. I won't stop. I can't.
Oh my god!
So that's
you
how
can
it
do
was.
it, Brucey.
It was so gangster. Like, what in the world? I have to think of another one.
Oh my god.
Let me see if I can think.
Hard Living was
That was a little bit violent. I couldn't do it.
Oh god. A bit of a truth.
It's the absolute worst. It's the absolute worst.
All right. Let's see what else we got. There was a bunch. I know the ones when you were like 17, 18, but I don't know the ones before that by heart.
I have one. Okay. So, I had one. It's called Growing Up in the Hood. There it is, guys. Gangster again. Don't know why. Just gangster. Just out there being so gangster. Oh my God. And, okay. So this one is growing up in the hood. Sometimes you don't have money. The guys are out there with all of the honeys. They take them out and do all those things. Brother, I got the mic, so let me sing. The cops roll by and you try to run. I don't remember it. and yeah. So that was like,
oh God.
Jeez. Okay. Well, that was good.
Fun
Okay.
throwbacks.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that.
Awkward. Okay.
Oh, I love it so much.
It was a Sunday morning when I woke up. I went in the restroom so I could freshen up. I took a shower with the straight up zest, and then I turned around and brushed my teeth with Crest. I went to the window. The wind was blowing strong. The sun was shining, so I put my clothes on. Then I went outside to catch some fresh air. And that's when I saw you standing right over there. You looked at me and you winked your eye. Now my name is Erica, and you know I ain't shy. You came up to me and you said what you had to say, and as I gazed in your eyes, I knew today was gonna be a good day. It's Erica, spell it with a C, not a K. Capitalize the E and you will be on your way. Too many fine around here smoking hay. Monday, my serious day. Friday's my play day. Cause me and little Ash, we be coming for that beef. Cause these days be talking mad trash, bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Ha ha, slurp it up like a 7-Up. Cause when you come to the territory, then you bound to get stuck. That's right, your grill is messed up, but before I get serious, let me pass the phone to truck.
Oh, good times. Good
Wow.
Times. Good times.
Only this one, boy.
Good times.
Only this one.
Back to the studio. Something else. You actually have it in here twice. The Serenity Prayer.
Favorite prayer.
Same.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense.
It's the biggest one. It's just like what can I change? What can I change? Right. You know, just
yeah.
But tell me about a time where that prayer, where you've gone to that prayer, you know, and it's helped you to come to terms with something or to change something or be a little bit brave, you know.
I guess the first thought that came to mind for me was the way I grew up. You know, your family was your best friend. Your family were your friends. Pretty much anything you need, you can find it in your family, if not siblings or cousins or, you know, elders or what have you. Right when I started middle school, we moved across town. We moved, you know, to a new side of town, and everything was new. And I made a friend. It was my first time having a best friend out of the family. But this best friend was really off the chain. Like, I hate to say it, but like a bad influence. But I never experienced anything like that before. You know, I was always straight and narrow for the most part. You know, everything was, if we had issues, we talked about it, you know, things of that nature. But this best friend 100% got me in trouble. I was on punishment for the first time ever in like my high school or my middle school days because of some stuff I did with this best friend. But I just realized that our paths was going different, totally different directions. I was really excited to have a best friend outside of my family. It was like the hottest thing smoking. Everyone was with someone hanging out or whatnot. But it started making me feel poorly about myself, and I knew that the only healthy solution was to part ways. And I prayed a lot about the situation because it's the first thing I do. I think during that time I was into like writing letters. If you can't talk to a person, write a letter. And I think I was writing I wrote a letter, several letters. I remember there was a girl in school. She had the prettiest handwriting. And what you would do is like the person with the prettiest handwriting, you'll like offer them some cookies or something if they'll write a letter for you. But I remember writing letters. Like I came at every different angle. And then I just came to the conclusion one day that I couldn't save that person without harming myself. And I let it go. I think that's the first thing that came to mind. Yeah. So I guess that's one of those situations where the Serenity Prayer came to life for me. Or reality, one of the two.
I think a lot of like examples around Serenity Prayer, like it usually goes for relationships and people, and you know.
Yeah. One of the realest things is knowing that you can't change anyone. People have to want it.
Yeah.
You may be able to. You could probably help get them there. You know, if they hold on long enough or they try hard enough, but you can't keep someone there. You can't keep someone where they don't want to be. And you can't change anyone. You can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do.
Yeah.
I find myself often seeing the potential in everyone, you know, or wanting it more for someone than they want for themselves. And
back to there.
100%.
Oh, yeah. So we're still kind of talking about old stuff. Before we get too far into the new and recent,
sure.
What is one of your favorite musical movies?
Favorite musical movies? Wow. That's a pretty good one. I mean, the first one that came to mind, excluding a lot of things like the beatings. What's love?
Wait, the beat? Oh,
like, I love. What? Second hand.
Eat the cake.
Eat the cake. Animate. Like,
oh God.
100%.
Oh God.
That's the first one that came to mind.
Yeah. That's the first one I remember.
Yeah. And Bodyguard. I mean,
yeah, you got to.
And then you start talking about the preacher's
Oh,
wife.
yeah.
You know, you have to say they go together.
They do.
Bodyguard, preacher's wife.
Oh.
So
It's like, can we after this? Like, can't we just?
I think we should just go ahead and watch it. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
It's like pause. We'll be back.
Yeah. Purple Rain. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Purple Rain was phenomenal. Ray.
Oh.
Ray. You know, that was a good one. 100% The Temptations. Oh my
I was
God!
waiting for
What a
that
heck of a question! What a heck of a question! I had to bring my guys in there. Temptation. So yeah, just to name a few.
Do you have so a lot of your music it kind of like bounces around different genres.
Mm.
You touch on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Even with some of the stuff that hasn't come out yet.
Right.
So is there anyone you like most in particular? Are there any, like genres we can like foresee you diving into a little bit more deeply or that you want to try?
I always find myself going back to gospel.
Yeah.
Those are probably sometimes I say how ever so often it just falls in your lap.
Mm-hmm.
More gospel songs has fallen in my lap than any other genre, and it just feels so good, One that I want to explore though is pop. I really like pop. Yeah, I don't know like what it is. I like country.
Yeah.
For the most part, I like all genres because I feel like they all have that place at whatever given time. Like they're also necessary. But gospel, R&B, I like love songs. I like telling love stories. But I want to explore more with pop. It just for lately it's been like grassrooting my attention. So
Okay.
yeah.
How would you describe your style? Or define it? Would you define it?
I think at this point in time, I wouldn't. I think it just flows like.
I mean,
but I will
checks
say
out.
that, and I don't know if this is biased or not, but I will say like, if I hear something, it's like that's Miss CreaTions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's one of those, but I think I'm still developing it. But I would hope to have a style that puts something on your mind. That kind of like make you think about something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's, man, that felt great. That didn't feel good and I don't think I'll do that again. Or I want to and I'm gonna. Or I'm glad I didn't. Or, just put something on your mind.
Yeah.
And I just hope to inspire. I hope something in one of those horns or strings let you know that don't give up just yet. You can do it.
Aww.
You know what I mean? So,
what's a song that does that for you?
What's a song that does that for me?
Or an artist.
I keep going back to Whitney. It's something about Whitney. Fantasia.
Oh yeah.
I love her voice too. How soulful it is. I will say that the artists that inspire me the most are women. Now I do love me some Anthony Hamilton music.
Literally on your wall.
Yeah, but I feel it. I feel that something when I hear Jill Scott, Whitney Houston, Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, the Queens. You know what I mean? 100%. Yeah.
What's a song that always makes you laugh or smile?
Oh man. Girls just wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. That one always makes me want to like jump up in the bed, up and down in the bed. So yeah, always makes me smile. Like, you know what? As a matter of fact, if I'm ever having a bad day,
that's
and
the
you
one.
Just put that on, like that's what's up. Yeah, I love that song. So yeah.
What's a song that always makes you cry?
My grandma's song.
Aww.
Probably the grandma song always gets me. Oh my god. And
Against the Wind.
you know what gets me too? What is it? Is it Gerald Levert? Wind Beneath My Wings.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that song always gets me feeling some type of way as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, definitely.
Those were I wasn't expecting those. I could see the grandma one, but wasn't expecting the other one.
Yes.
I was like 85% expecting was Up Against the Wind when Cleo died.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh my God. Every time.
100%.
Every time.
Yeah.
In the movie Set It Off, Cleo, that scene, day after day.
Oh
my God. She said stop. She said stop. Oh man.
Never fails.
Every time.
Never fails.
Yeah, every time. Even with it on mute, because I know what's going on. Like, we see you.
And then she hits like the hydraulics and it just goes.
Oh my God.
So bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, that was terrible.
We were talking earlier about how, I think it was a Tom Bilyeu quote, where an artist, when they make music, it can either be an act of masturbation or an act of making love. Meaning that if, when you make love, you're thinking about the other person and we want to do something that pleases them.
Right.
But when you're masturbating, it's all about you.
It's all about you.
And what makes you happy.
Right.
So would you describe your music more as making love or masturbating?
Before YouTube, it's a tricky one. Prior to YouTube, I found a lot of inspiration from conversations sometimes, amongst friends, or you give advice and sometimes you match that emotion and, you can create. So I would do it, create with that person in mind, thinking like, oh, if I present this to them, I hope they like it. So maybe that was a form of making love. But, and then also when I first started YouTube, I don't know who I was trying to impress, to be honest with you. I don't know if I was I don't know which one of them I was doing, to be honest with you. But once I started getting a little momentum, I found myself leaning more to the making love. I was hoping that, someone somewhere would like it. And now that I am growing into Miss CreaTions, I'm not making love anymore. I'll say it like that. Yeah, I'll say it like that.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
yeah.
gosh. Okay. Oh, that's good. Where do you, or when do you write your best music? Or when does that come to you?
Always in the restroom. In the bathroom. 100% in the shower. So if you guys know where I can find a waterproof studio setup, microphone and all, let me know, because 100% in the shower all the time. I have or it always comes in a time where something else needs my attention, I'm driving or I'm trying to be engaged in this conversation, but all I'm thinking about is that beautiful melody and I can't lose it. So, but 9 times out of 10, the bathroom.
That's
yeah,
so good.
Always in the shower.
What made you want to start a YouTube channel?
Honestly, Auntie Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Auntie Mary, 100%.
I can see it.
And like I said, it's not like she said, start a YouTube channel, but it was just at that time when she said what she said, which was, when I leave this earth, I want my talent tape to be empty. At that time, I was inspired and I just wanted to get out and do something. I wanted to learn how to make beats.
Yeah.
I wanted to, and the main reason why I wanted to learn how to make beats was because I have so many songs.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a gentleman that I really wanted to work with, but our passions wasn't aligned at the time. It just wasn't suitable for him. But I felt like I had waited long enough. And I felt like, man, you got the rhythm. You played in school. Your family does music. Just learn how to make beats and then you'll feel whole. And that's kind of really what made me start, out making beats and on the channel, Auntie, and just challenging myself.
Yeah.
And just watching YouTube and seeing how other people do it and seeing how much they loved it And I was like, I can do that. So the whole thing was kind of like to challenge myself to be able to make beautiful music to match, or beautiful beats to match the songs that I've already written.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I'll know that I found a sweet spot, because now what's happening is while I'm making beats, I am making beautiful beats and writing songs to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to learn, and my goal is to make a beat for a song that's already written.
Mm.
So once I achieve that, I'll feel like, you go, girl.
Yes.
Yes.
So you have a lot of songs and a lot of raps that has come nowhere to touch on YouTube.
Right.
That I'm eagerly awaiting for them to be released.
Yeah.
So how close do you think you are to reaching that sweet spot? Do you think we'll be able to hear any of those songs?
Absolutely. Like, that's the goal, 100%. I have so many people like, you need to put this out, you know. Dirty Low, he's always like, when you gonna put something out? Wait, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's the goal. So
what was something that you wish you had known before starting a YouTube channel? Or what are some challenges that came with it that you know how to overcome now, that may help other people who are facing those same ones?
Yeah, I would say, to answer the first question, I don't think I'll change a thing.
No.
I don't think I would have wanted to know anything prior to starting.
Yeah.
Because the journey has just been amazing. You know. So I'm happy thus far.
That's
now,
awesome.
Something that I would say to others. Don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid to not get it right on the first try and have to develop it. There's a gentleman, his name is It's Augustine. He's a YouTuber. And one thing he said that stuck with me was, it doesn't always have to be perfect. And you and I just had that conversation as well. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now. It doesn't always have to be perfect. Just do it, and figure it out later, So I would just say, if you have an idea, put it out there. Develop it later if it's an idea you want to stick with. And I would say, trust yourself, trust your journey. And don't get caught up in, what everyone thinks, because it may slow you down. It may slow down your or change your direction or your path. So I guess that's the biggest thing. But thus far, I wouldn't change anything. I love the community. Everyone is supportive. And it's all good. That's all good.
That's a good place to be in.
Yes.
Okay. What is something you used to do when you, either before you started YouTube or when you first started, that you no longer do, that you wish you still did?
That I wish I still did. I used to be outdoors more.
Yeah.
I used to be outside more. Oh my God. The swing more, drives more, just parks more, water more, outside more, like out of these walls more. And I understand, we had a situation that happened where it kind of limited that, but that's something that I definitely will start back doing. It's just, it's nothing like nature. It's nothing like being outside, outdoors. And I'm so happy for the NPC because it gives me that freedom. I don't feel like, oh my God, I have to rush back home because I have this melody and I want to put it down. It's more of like, take it with you. No rush,
Is there anything you're concerned about or kind of, a little worried for as you continue your journey on YouTube?
I will say I was at one point. I was concerned about, will I be able to continue making beats?
Yeah.
Will I run out of ideas? And then I realized that even if you do, it's okay, because you're doing what you love and you're doing what you like to do, and people want to see the real you, so they're gonna be there. So there was a time when I was a little concerned about it, but not anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you asked a question earlier today too. You said, sis, if you would never get any more likes, shares, or subscribes, would you still do YouTube? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because when you are a creator, you gotta get it out. It's like when you're trying to hold in a sneeze. You know, it's like at some point, I don't care how cute you try to do it, you can, you know, hold it in, but it has to come, you know. So I'll absolutely still do it. 100%.
Yeah. Okay, well, since that's out of the way, you're not, worried about, so much of how it's going to be perceived.
Right.
Are there any upcoming segments or any new type of things you want to dabble into on your channel?
I think the biggest thing now is grapes. It's grapes. In which this is Grapes. Welcome to Grapes, you guys.
Hi, YouTube. Glad to have you.
Yes. Now, I like acting. I like playing characters. I like changing my voice, and things of that nature. So, yeah, just like listening to myself and whatever inspires, rolling with it.
What's the most fun you've had making a video?
Ooh, the most fun I've had making a video. Bloopers videos are fun. Our brother, we had an epic moment, as a matter of fact, in doing a blooper video.
Sis, what's up, man? You all right?
Man, I don't know, bruh, man. Like, I mean, maybe I'm asking for too much. I've been trying to see falling snow, bruh. I mean, I don't feel like I'm asking for too much, you know what I'm saying? But maybe I should just give up on the dream. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just not for me.
Nah, baby boy, you in Florida. It's hot as you know?
That's a blooper. Man, that's a blooper. That's not the script.
So blooper videos are fun, but it's kind of like really a toss-up, to be honest with you, because I really enjoyed doing the Spooky Beats video.
Yeah.
That was super fun, and I had a heck of a lot of time being a heck of a lot of fun with the holiday cheers video where we played the babies and stuff like that.
Oh God, the hot chips.
The hot chips.
That was great, yeah.
So that was a toss-up. I don't know, between Spooky Beats and the holiday cheers challenge. Oh my God. Yeah, those two were really fun. Really fun. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thinking about Mom, like literally dying laughing. My God, her tears in her eyes. It was so good. Oh. Okay, what was the most challenging video to edit?
Oh God. And on the same token, oh my God, on the same token, that freaking Christmas video, the holiday cheers, it kicked my butt. It kicked my butt. You know?
Oh wait, the shopping cart.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, we were like sitting on the floor trying to edit that video. It was the worst. Like, yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. All I can think of, the only thing that makes sense was that iMovie kicked me off because it was not cooperating, and now I use Final Cut. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. That video was crazy. Like, so crazy to edit. Yeah. Oh my God. But it was still fun.
And it came out awesome.
Yeah.
It came out awesome. How has your music changed over the years?
I don't curse anymore. Off the top, I don't curse anymore. Yeah. I used to, because like I said, I was gangster.
You're a bit of a battle rapper.
Yeah. A little bit of a battle rapper. Yes. Because of course, the girl with the glasses couldn't flow, couldn't spit, couldn't rap, couldn't battle. Church girl can't. So I kind of had like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? But I heard this one person say, the reason most people curse is because they can't express themselves through using normal words.
Mm-hmm.
And that stuck with me. And I felt like I don't need to curse, to get my point across, to let a person know how I feel. In fact, I think it's more amazing when someone curse you out without cursing.
Yeah.
Without using, you like, did they just call me a, what the, I feel like they called me. I've always been someone, I feel like it has to make sense. I remember I do beats on the bars, and there was one that I did where it just didn't tell the story. And one of my friends told me, it's okay. You don't always have to tell a story, just do punchlines or something of that nature. And it felt weird because I've always been the one that's like, you know.
But it has to tell a story. It has to make sense.
Okay, yeah. That was really unfamiliar territories for me, but nevertheless, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you wanted me to, or that you get common questions about that you want to address?
You know, honestly, sis, I think you nailed it.
Oh.
Yeah, you're the one. You're the one that can get it out of me. If there's anyone, it's you. Oh my God, it's you. I'm happy for this moment. I'm so happy that we're rolling out grapes like this. And just to see, you know, the journey, I've always wanted to do like a show, you know, where I can just talk to people. And I'm really excited. I'm so excited. Like, yeah.
Excited for you. Okay. So let's see, let's get to the final ones. What does success look like for you?
Now that is a good one. I think success is such a broad, like, definition, but for me, success is looking in the mirror and being happy with what I see, and not caring, you know, or putting the pressures or thoughts and opinions of anyone inside of me. You know, just that pure, you're happy with the person that you are inside out. Success is beating your yesterday. Success is beating your yesterday, because really you're only in the race with yourself. You know, success is knowing that it's okay to be you. Success is being happy with your imperfections, and in fact embracing them, because no one is going to do it like you. Success is loving yourself, loving your life, your position, knowing that you can change it if you don't love it or like it.
I love that so much.
That's success for me. And being the best person that I can, and helping out along the way. Like, I get so much joy out of helping someone. Like, I remember one of the best moments on YouTube for me thus far was being someone's first subscriber, or being someone's first supporter.
Yeah.
That was so rewarding for me. That felt better than like, oh my God, I have 500 supporters. You know what I mean? Like, just being someone's first, because I know how that feels. And you were my first one, sis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, like, the day I knew it was gonna happen, but the day where I couldn't comment first, you know, one of your videos, I was just like, oh, she's flying away.
Yeah.
She's flying away.
Oh my God.
Oh man, yeah. Where do you see yourself, or where do you want to be 5, 10 plus years from now, music and otherwise?
Music wise, I definitely want to have some albums out. I have to, y'all. Oh Lord, I have to have some albums out. There's not a day
you have to release the albums you already have.
Yes. Yes. I'm working on it. Oh my God. So I definitely, you know, want to release my albums. I definitely want to be phenomenal with the MPC. Like, those are some goals for me, more sooner than later. And I want to move, like, I want to have like a countryside house almost. Just that place where I can feel like I can create all the time, which is here, but just I have a different vision of it.
So far in your life, music and otherwise, what are you most proud of?
So far in my life, what am I most proud of? There's so much. But I always go for the one that stands out the most. With music, I'm definitely happy that it's just continuing to grow. and I never let it go. And that's how you know when it's for you, because no matter how you twist and how you turn, you may try to let it go, but it always finds you. It always comes back. I installed my chair, and I think there's a defect. We'll look over the instructions again. Still being hungry, but not anxious. I never give up. If the front door is open or closed, if the front door is closed, I'm coming through the window. I will figure it out.
Mama didn't raise no quitter.
And knowing that if something was to happen today, I gave it my best. I put my best foot forward.
Yeah.
You know, loving and listening as if I would want someone to love and listen to me. You know, giving advice. Those have been some of the biggest things. And one of the biggest rewards is when someone comes to you and tell you, thank you. You know, I listened, it worked. You know, or I listened, I didn't do it, but thank you for your time. Whatever. Just knowing that I am being the best person that I can be.
That's beautiful.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. So I have been staring at this record of Common this entire interview. So I can't help but ask you, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
Ooh. Oh my God.
I just been itching at me.
Oh my God. Wow. I guess it all roots back to my uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle Junior. It has to, that's the biggest thing ever. That was the introduction. That was the root for me. You know, he always watched rapping on television, and it just kind of stemmed from there, you know. And it's just so funny because I knew that I loved it right away, but I loved him too. So it was just like the perfect setting, you know what I mean? So.
Okay, now you have been called an old soul for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Where do you think that comes from, and how does it come out in your music?
I think probably because I was raised, you know, for the most part, I was always around grandma or great grandma or, you know, her sisters, you know, I spent a lot of time there. So I will say, I'm pretty sure it stemmed from there, you know, hanging out with grandma, you know, you're watching stuff like The Heat of the Night or Granddaddy, I think he liked, what was it, like Matlock or something.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know, you just kind of pick up on those ways and like how, you know, sweet she was. I'm willing to bet grandma never had an enemy, not one enemy.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe.
It might be one or two out there. But it's on them.
You know.
It's on them.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
And it's just so funny because like a lot of people or supporters, they always kind of, I hear them say often, like your music has that soulfulness to it. It sounds soulful. And they knew it before I even knew it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started putting out beats, I didn't know how to describe them. And sometimes I'm still like, I don't think that's a category. I think that's just a miscreation.
Driving to the beach.
You know?
Yeah,
just one of those. So thank you guys. You've helped me either title or help me kind of, you know, complete my description because you guys would identify the type of music it was before even I knew. So that's really interesting, but it's real.
Something I'm curious about. I asked you already where you know, where music comes to you, you know, like where you're inspired and you're like, the shower, how was in the shower?
100%.
But what does your writing process look like? From beat to lyrics to all of that? Literally,
it's pretty much, I guess to sum it up, if I'm not dreaming of a melody or a song, it's coming to me in the bathroom for some reason. I think because like you sound like Whitney in the shower. So you're gonna chance it. You know what I mean? You're gonna just do it. And so it pretty much, it will come to me in the shower. Most of the time I have to like jump out of the shower, grab my phone and record it on my little voice recorder. And then I'm like, whew, I'm safe, because there's nothing in the world worse than losing a melody, a freaking song idea or what have you. So typically it comes in the shower, and once I can just get like even 5 seconds down, I'm safe, I'm good.
Oh my God.
And then it kind of goes from there. If it's really something that moves me, I'll mess around with it, and then I'll probably sit in bed with my pad and my pencil and kind of write it out in my head. And then once I'm good with that, so once it's past the phone test,
and you've gotten the rest of the soap off of you,
and the soap is off, it graduates and comes to the studio. Mm-hmm. And then that's when I kind of like want to lay the vocals down, or I'll make that beat, come alive, and then I'll just do the vocals and set it free. So that's pretty much the song process. And especially with doing like beats on the bars, that really helped me with my songwriting or writing rhymes or what have you, because it's so versatile and it challenges you, because different music motivates you. Different music, some pull you to the right, some pull you to the left, some make you sit down and think about it. And but most of the time, just my pattern for the most part, it never starts in the studio. The studio is probably like one of the last things I do. It always starts with me like beatboxing or finger drumming, or I'll hear a beat for beats on the bars. And, I'll play it on my phone. I'm writing it down, outside of the studio. And then I'll come, to the studio, lay the vocals, and then set it free. Yeah. But, that's pretty much the process.
Let's see. So it was interesting you brought up beats on the bars.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I've noticed about it is between you and, oh God, what is West Dreams YouTube? Johnny Mag.
Uh-huh.
Okay, him.
He gonna get you for that.
I know, sorry.
I'll edit it out. Don't worry.
Oh my God. Johnny Mag, I got it. And just the whole crew.
Mm-hmm.
What I found really interesting is that you guys will identify different parts of the song that you like, and will interpret it in different ways, just use it so differently, and it's just, I don't know, what has Beats on the Bars done for you? I guess that's what my question is, and how has it shown you, I guess, the whole versatility of beats? And
it's definitely opened up my musical ear, I would say. It kind of just challenges me as a songwriter or an artist to allow a certain vibe to exit out of me, but I guess the biggest growth is just showing that I am I'm capable and versatile, you know what I mean? Because I tell you, some of those beats, man, like one in particular, I can't remember if it was Beats on the Bars round 5 or 6, maybe even 7. I can't remember, but it was so challenging. It was so challenging, but the thing that I learned from it was, if you can't rap it, sing it. If you can't sing, talk about it on the track. You know what I mean? Like, there's really no wrong way. And for the longest time, I guess I was putting pressure on myself. Like, man, I got to rap this whole thing. I got to do this and I got to do that. And I guess in some shape or fashion, it kind of brought out miscreations. Where you don't have to rap everything. Like, just let it flow and be you. And I'm forever grateful for that. But it 100% has challenged me as a rapper, as a songwriter. And it has allowed me to spread my wings and challenge myself. I mean, there's been times where I've been pacing in the living room back and forth like, oh my God, how am I going to bring this? What am I going to say?
Perseverance and drive will be your guiding light. Never been the one to complain, always kept my head up. Keep a steady pivot in case I have to switch my game up. Any pain I'll use for propelling, cause I know I gotta keep my tank full. Shout out to the Most High, never too proud to be thankful. Move the needle just a little bit, it's okay, cause you still move forward. Watch that tongue, it's a double-edged sword.
So what is the best piece of advice another musician or content creator has given you?
Well, There was quite a few of them, but I know I hear what's in circulation a lot is be yourself. Try not to, be like anyone else, like literally be yourself. But when you asked that question, the first thing that came to mind was one of my supporters told me, you are, basically he said, you're the prize, basically. He basically said, no matter what you do, how you do it, we're gonna watch it, we're gonna listen to it, we're gonna love it. And you are basically the instrument. So in other words, he was just saying, you don't have to go out and be something, extraordinary, or you don't have to try so hard. Just be you, and you're good enough. I guess that's the biggest thing that really stuck with me.
Good
from
advice.
a fellow, yeah, and he 100% opened my eyes, opened my ears, and had a very big impact on me.
What is your favorite and least favorite parts about creating music?
I would definitely say my favorite is being able to come in and create. And when it falls together, when it flows together, like sometimes you can just bang it out and everything just, you're like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Like, I love this song. I love these hi-hats right now. And I think the most frustrating thing is having an idea in your mind and in your head and even in your heart and not being able to make it come to life. Yeah. I'm still happy that it lives in the head and the heart, or sometimes even on the phone, but not being able to make it a reality. Sometimes that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's frustrating because I have so many needs work projects, not finished, and stuff like that. So I think that's probably one of the frustrating things when you just can't get it out.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Favorite and least favorite parts about being a YouTuber?
Favorite part about being a YouTuber, knowing that I have a platform where I can share a piece of myself with a community, with someone is really inspiring. Don't get me wrong, I have the same sensation if I put it out or if I share it as if I don't, because I'm rocking out and this is the bomb. I can listen to this like forever, So it feels really good, but at the same time, it's just nice to be able to share it, especially with individuals that's in the same, market as you, or that you can relate to, that can relate to you. You can like speak that language. I think that's one of the fun spots, or one of my favorite things. My least favorite thing is seeing negativity, seeing hate, seeing people racing for I don't know what, when everyone can be successful. There's enough of this pie to go around for everyone. You don't have to race. If you're racing, race yourself. Trust me, you'll have a run for your money. Like, I've never went to a video and thumbs down a video or left a negative comment. It's just how you can enter someone's channel or channel home, you can exit,
Okay, so you talked about Miss CreaTions. Now, I want to talk about one of your previous Beats and Bars, where we saw Miss CreaTions, but we also saw
Oh, Lord, E, right,
yes.
right.
Let's talk about her.
That girl, oh my gosh, E is something else. Let me tell you, E is something else.
Will forever be.
It will forever be.
She lives in my heart and soul.
E was my original name. Once people learned that I could rap, and it was actually, I think, like Money E or something, but
oh my goodness,
it started just being E. And she would just, say anything. She was not the one that would tell the stories. She was more into what rhymed and, what would kind of get you off of her type thing. She was not afraid to drop the F-bomb, the S-bomb, the D-bomb, the B-bomb. all the bombs, like it was a war. But
it wasn't a war, it was a battle.
100% was a battle. She was 100% and is that feisty rapper, that rapper that just make it happen. I don't know. It's really interesting. She just comes out, and she's versatile, but she's more of the battle rapper.
Sometimes you gotta be a savage. Yeah, I done seen rock bottom, been chin checked on the turf, but I'm still standing here like Antoine, still walking on the earth. Gonna be a ride or die chick till they put me in the dirt. So many fake people around, that's why when you hear the truth it hurts. But if you loving who you are, then pop the collar on your shirt.
So I remember you being I should say, being a certain disgruntled employee of a certain establishment.
Oh,
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you want to go back there.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God.
Why not? Why not? Okay. The only time I should stress is when I'm writing lyrics. But I'm bagging these groceries, making y'all rich. You driving Bentleys and I'm waiting on my next check. You out parlaying while I'm scraping up my rent. You walk around the store like you the baddest. You're turning keys, doing pickups, barely breaking a sweat. While I'm out here on this register, showing respect. I never heard of a company that don't give a drug test. Been here going on 4 years. What the my raise at when you get hungry? It's kind of funny. What the hell you expect? Who gives a It's only one the big boss here that you show me respect. But in case you didn't know, I'm bringing the heat. And in case you haven't heard, I'm still gonna be eating. And one day I'm gonna be working for me. Cause I don't give a Remember to watch what you eat. You need to go purchase a new set of teeth. Would raise your voice at me. Cause it's the only manager that's cool with eat. But see, I gotta get mine like you gotta get yours. And I'ma post this up on all them grocery stores. Cause your need me like your car need oil. But when I leave, it's gonna be like your best soup soil. I done left once and I'ma leave you again. But this time I will not be returning. I done told you not to judge me by the tone of my skin. And don't be mad when I blow up off this paper and pen.
Yes! Yes! Oh, God. Thank you.
E, man. E.
We're the one. Well, I'm done. No, I'm kidding. Oh, it's my favorite. Okay. So we have E. Now, as far as for an old rap, as far as your first song or an older song, I know you made one for your grandma.
Yes.
Whew. We can recover from E, or do we need like a little bit of time to it? Did she ever get to hear it?
She never got to hear it.
Oh.
I wrote it after she.
Yeah.
But she's hearing it.
Oh, yeah.
My grandmother, 100% true inspiration. Oh my God. One of the biggest influences in my life. You know, like I said, she raised me a great deal of my life. This woman was phenomenal, but she passed away, sad to say, but she lived in my heart. I wrote a song for her, and I keep saying that I'm going to put it out. I'm going to release it, and it never really leaves the family or the bathroom. So, yeah. So this song is Grandma. When I was a little girl and my mother took me home, this lady came up to me and she held me in her arms and she said, "Hey Erica, I'm your grandma and you're my granddaughter. Oh yes you are." As the years went by and I was about 9, I could still depend on my grandma. Yes, I could. Lord, I could.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Phenomenal woman.
Speaking of phenomenal women, also slightly off camera, maybe, is a picture of Cicely Tyson on your wall, the late and great.
Yes.
How, and I know she's been like a big person for you over the years. How has she influenced you? How has she, inspired you?
Oh my goodness, over the years, wow. First of all, shout out to Cicely Tyson. Lord Jesus. You just can't say that name and not say, shout out to Cicely Tyson. My God. And I think our birthdays are like 2 days apart. No, a day apart as a matter of fact. So that was, I always felt like, wow.
That's pretty awesome. I didn't know that.
She's just a lady. She's a lady. And I remember one of her famous quotes in one of my favorite movies, Fried Green Tomatoes. She said, Miss Ruth was a lady, and a lady always know when to leave. That was like one of the most, like, it stuck with me. Very powerful. A natural born leader. Oh my God. Like a light that no one can dim. So positive. Her story is amazing. She's a fighter. And, you know, her picture's like near my grandma's, you know, so.
Actually a little bit higher up on the wall now that I'm, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
You know.
On the same wall as
same
grandma.
wall.
You know what I mean? It's just, it says a lot. It's the first picture I bought for the studio.
Wow.
Yeah, the first one. I just.
Yeah.
Big influence. Yeah.
Okay, so, what instruments can you play, and which other ones would you like to learn?
All right. So, 100% the snare.
Yeah. Quads.
Quads. Girl, don't get this thing started.
Bungo be playing.
All right. Okay, sis, okay. Okay. Oh my God. I play the guitar a little bit. I like the acoustic guitar. That's my favorite. I can play the piano a little bit. You know, like I have songs that's on the piano, and I taught myself how to play those particular songs. And let's see what else. The cymbals, you know, I used to twirl them and play them. I don't know, play the cymbals. Just a little crash, you know, crash. Just
put on a show with them.
You know, put on a show with the cymbals. I would love to learn how to play, get more familiar with the guitar and the piano. And I like the harmonica. Yeah, I've always liked it. I know how to play, you know, Happy Birthday. A little bit. Not really, actually. I'm not at all, actually, because she's going to ask me to do it.
I know, just like you're putting it down. You're talking.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I need to practice. But I like the harmonica, so I want to get a little bit more familiar with that. And even the violin. I purchased a violin.
Really?
And that's a goal for me, too. So I have a lot of little things that I'm working with. And, you know, getting into circulation. I guess, yeah, the harmonica and the violin will be the ones that I want to become more familiar with, and I want to get better with the piano and the guitar. Yeah. I love playing the snare. That's just, I like making noise. I like making organized noise.
Organized chaos. Okay, so question unwritten. So we were in the same marching band, high school marching band. What was your favorite part about it?
Definitely the football games, man. Oh my God. The football games, so much fun, you know. But also I had a major amount of appreciation for band practice, because that's when you really become the band. That's when you really become that one band, one sound. That's when you identify strengths and weaknesses, and you like, yo, it's hot out here. There's mosquitoes out here. Like, woman up, man up, whatever, you know.
Eyes with pride.
Yeah.
Eyes with pride.
Yeah. So, you know, definitely, I enjoyed it all. It's so beautiful when it all comes together. Oh my God. All the hard work, you know, it's just a sense of pride, 100%. But I would definitely have to say the games and the practice, 100%.
I know your musical interest vary greatly genre-wise, and especially decade-wise. We already touched on you being an old soul. But what are some of your favorite artists, past and present?
Past.
And you can have a 60 Motown favorite, you know, 70s favorite. You can do it.
Some of the favorite artists. I like Aretha. Oh yeah. Diana Ross, 100%. I keep saying Whitney. I can't Whitney always will be in the mix. Mom played Whitney. Oh my God, so much. So that's really how I learned all her songs. I love Bob Marley. Shout out to Mom for that as well. She played. We know all his songs. Shirley Caesar. Oh yeah, love Shirley Caesar. Shout out to Mom. Mom need to get out and interview Mom. Patty, love Patty. All of the, oh my God, all of the artists, just so original, so real. You gonna feel some things, man. Marvin Gaye, oh Luther. My God, Luther, Freddie Jackson. I like Brian McKnight. Oh man, it's so many. It's like hard to say the ones that I
Mm-hmm.
never, never inspired me. 100% Lauryn Hill,
Oh yeah.
Erica Badu, Jill Scott, um, Maxwell, Common, Outkast. I love Outkast, phenomenal. My goodness, the list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. You know, I still listen to the music. And always will.
Mm-hmm.
Always will. It doesn't feel right if you don't. For me, yeah.
Okay. I feel like I already know the answer to this question, but if you could do a collab with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Whitney.
Yep. All right.
100%.
That's
Whitney. 100%. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Not even slightest bit surprising. All right. And we spoke so much about, your musical interest and your journey on YouTube and all of that stuff. What are some of your interests outside of music and your hobbies?
Hobbies outside of music.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good one because lately it feels like everything is music.
I don't know anymore. Soft music is all I see.
I thought that's what it is. Like, what in the world? I know that I enjoy finance. I love finance. I love numbers. I love how you can flip them and make them work in your favor, even though numbers never lie. But I love budgeting. Like, I like doing stuff like that. I love giving advice about budgets. I love helping people with budgets or helping people come up with a plan that's going to work for them. So I enjoy doing that. And believe it or not, I like yard work. I used to, before doing YouTube, I had my lawn service.
No, the yard, gardening and yard work, that was kind of what I was thinking. But it was actually a pretty cool story when you ended the lawnmower business and decided to go into, YouTube.
I had some really loyal customers, man. And to be honest with you, one of the best customer was a customer that I never even really met. I didn't meet till like the tail end. We just had a situation. We had an understanding. I would come, I would mow, I would edge, I would blow, I would do it, trim, whatever. And voila, my check was under the doormat. So we cut out all the chit chat. We knew exactly what was expected of one another. So, but I had a lawn service for some years, and I built amazing rapport with all of my customers. And at the latter part of my lawn career, I found myself like I was happy, but I wasn't satisfied. I was always like, I know I should probably be doing something else. I should pursue something. I should do this. It was always, it's just, I wasn't satisfied. But what I was battling was that I didn't want to let my customers down, so it's listen.
Goes back to mama not raising a quitter.
There you go. There it is. And, it's not always easy to find a good lawn person. I remember just feeling like when I leave them, I need to make sure that they're in good hands. I can't just leave you. And plus, you started building that relationship, not only with the customer, but also with the yard. Like, if you had yards 2-3 years, that's a relationship. I'm just trying to tell you. So, that was my biggest thing. Like, oh my God, how am I going to tell them, this, that, and the other. But, all of a sudden, it was like in one breath, all of my customers like moved out of the area. Like 2 of them moved out of the area. So many, like, things just started happening to where it made the conversation much easier. To where I really didn't even have to say, well, I'm no longer going to do your yard, but such and such will. You know what I mean? It just kind of happened to where it was just like a smooth transition for me to come out of the yard, still feel like a winner, still feel like I did good service for my customers, and then just pursue, something that I had been putting off for a while. So I guess it just fell in my lap. It was just time. It was time for it to happen. And I'm so glad that I grasped the moment.
That kind of was my last question, but
Okay.
I did just think of one more. And this will be the last question.
Okay.
Well, at least at this part. Anyway.
Yeah.
So why did it take you so long?
All the things.
Mm-hmm.
Fear. unknown, life, excuses, procrastination,
Mm-hmm.
everything that goes in that pot. Not knowing how, not being courageous enough to try to figure out how. I was, I remember going to studios and having unpleasant experiences, or, excuse me, feeling intimidated when artists would come to my home studio, because I knew that, it wouldn't go farther than a great studio session, because I didn't know what was the next level. So kind of just being satisfied, or in lots of ways disappointed in the fact that I didn't know the next step, and disappointed even more with the fact that I didn't try to figure out the next step. I spent a lot of life, a great deal of my life, doing for others and pushing myself to the back. One of my friends said, it doesn't matter if you are on the back burner or not, the food will still get cooked. And that's interesting. But I don't want to be on the back burner anymore. I just cannot do it. I've tried it, and now it's my time, and I mean that in the most unselfish way possible, but I'm ready. I'm ready to get the bruises. I'm ready to not know what the heck I'm doing, but still figure it out. I'm ready to do what I feel I'm here to do, So I can't go back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can't go back. I'm ready. Yeah.
I've been loving seeing it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
beautiful thing to watch.
Appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Oh.
Well,
Wow.
well, that's all my questions.
Wow.
I know.
I
I
wanted to come to an end.
Oh!
So amazing.
You can watch The Preacher's Wife now.
Yes, we definitely have to do that.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, that's everything I had, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt to anyone and everyone who's listening, you are 100% the most caring and loving sister a little girl could ask for.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute blessing
Oh.
to be able to watch you on this journey, and you being you, and being hungry but not anxious, and all those things. And
oh, that means so much. Girl, don't make me do that.
Oh my God.
I do sometimes. Oh my God, I can't cry near the water near the NPC.
There's too many wires
kill
in
me
here
right now anyway.
There's too many wires in here for that.
Yes.
But yes, I'm just so glad I get to witness the journey.
Oh, thank you so
And
much.
thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Yes, well, thank you for interviewing me on the very first episode of Grapes. I'm super excited about it. You guys, wow, this moment is epic for me. Shout out to my best friend for making it happen. She 100% pushed it. 100% pushed it, was not taking no for an answer. And here we are. So be on the lookout for Grapes. Be on the lookout for Grapes. Absolutely.